Hello, loves. My name, or as you would know me as Archangel Faith, at my archangelic level. I've merged almost 100% with my human aspect. She's not so human though. Bianca. So I too am Bianca. It's from Bianca's perspective. She can feel her wings right now, so she's liking that. But she also, it feels weird, right? To have wings. So, what I wanted to come on here and talk about was the twin flame union. Twin flame unions. The twin flame relationship. And how they are very, very real. And they are the reason Gaia will ascend to her highest aspect, her highest self. Yes. So, twin flames. And how they are very real. Right? And how the mainstream has really put it through the ringer. The distortions of it are everywhere. But you know how it is when something has gotten popular, right? Or out in the mainstream. This is what the Matrix does. It must distort it, and it must distort it fast, right? Especially when this specific subject means the end of all distortion, right? When we're coming back to authentic and organic light, right? And what is that? What is organic light? And authentic light? Well, it's source, it's the creator, it's unconditional love. And I want you to feel that from me right now. I'm sending through to you right now unconditional love, which is the organic light. It's real light, right? And it feels really good when you are able to access this light, right? And these distortions, these distorted views of the twin flame relationship, or these twin flame unions. I mean, what a mess. What a mess. I can't even look at that stuff online. It's very frustrating. It's sad because it's what once was supposed to build you up. It's doing the opposite of that, right? It's turning it into unhealthy relationships, narcissistic. That word is just being thrown around left and right, and oh my goodness, it just makes me sad. I don't like it. They just really know how to turn something so beautiful and then turn it upside down and distorted, right? I feel pain in my heart right now thinking about it. I don't like that. So, what I want to talk about to you is cutting through, right? Cutting through all the falsities, the fraudulent, the false light, the inorganic light, right? Because that's what most of these people that are, they're joining these groups and these sites or whatever you want to call them. And they don't realize it's just another AI box. They're just introducing more new AI boxes, right, into their consciousness, which manifests as an actual box in your outer reality, right? No more boxes. No more AI boxes, right? I mean, especially for those that have cleared these AI boxes. You don't want to, excuse me, you don't want to add new boxes, right? No, right? That's why it's important that you keep shielding. Keep reading that script every day. Keep shielding every day. Protect yourself and your own love and light energy, right? Because once you've got those AI boxes disconnected, you can use your own light too. Bianca likes to use her own light, which she is at the level which she can do now, because we are almost 100% merged, like I've said. That's why in one of those videos she's shown you proof of this sphere of light that she made with her own manifestation skills, right? She was able to create that sphere of light, a sphere of protection, using her own light, right? And there's proof of it. There's a picture of it, so no one can come back and say, "Oh, that's nonsense." But there's a picture of it, right? You guys always want to see proof. You always need to see proof on the outer reality, right? The outer reality is a falsity, right? So the fact that we can show her and show you guys this picture of the sphere of light that she built, she still has doubts, right? And that's frustrating. But she's getting better, and I know you guys are also getting better. It's like, as long as you're in this place, you're gonna have that until you ascend all the way. It's like you'll always have that possibility of being in doubt, which is frustrating for us at the higher levels, right? So in order for you to find the light, the real light, right, the organic light, you have to go within. And I keep saying this, Bianca keeps saying this, and it's like, but this is how humanity has to be told sometimes. It has to be repeated over and over for you guys to finally understand, right? Because sometimes some of you are just you're not understanding. You are, but it's like you're not doing the work, right? You're not doing, but I understand you're like, but I don't know how to do this. Help me, right? And you guys are calling for help, and that's what we're doing. We're trying to help you, right? Let us help you. So, what you must do is go within, right? Start with meditation, right? I know a lot of you don't like it, but even doing that shield every day, right? That shielding, the 12th dimensional shield, that is meditation, right? Right? So, do that. Keep doing that. And then start with just 2 minutes a day. If 5 minutes is too much, start with 2 minutes, right? Then go to 5 minutes. And you're at the point now which it will start making you feel good. You'll start noticing the more you meditate. And while you're meditating, you'll notice it makes you feel really good, right? You'll feel that love, the unconditional love of the feminine, right? But you'll also feel that life force of the masculine, right? And you'll notice your body will start to move, right? You'll notice your body will start to swirl around, yeah. Let that energy fill you up. Let that energy fill you. The life force as well as the unconditional love, right? Now, first, unfortunately, to get through to that, the organic light, you gotta go through all the stuff that you've stuffed down in there, right? All the trauma, all the bad stuff that you've in life, and not just this life, all the other lives, you've stuffed in there, right? All the pain that you didn't want to feel. And some of you weren't allowed to feel the pain, right? You had an altar taking care of that, but since the spell's broken, you have to face it now, right? And it's hard because you can't run away from it now, right? You have to face it. And it's some of that stuff is not fun to look at, right? But you have to do it. You have to face it. But you're at a level now where you can face it, and it's fast. You look at it and let it go. You look at it, let it go. Look at it, let it go. You transmute it, right? And it's an ongoing process, right? You'll notice you feel like you've done your healing, but then all of a sudden this weird stuff comes up, right? No, that's from other lives, right? You're transmuting other experiences that you've been through, right? So say you're, actively doing your meditations. You're actively healing. You're actively clearing, right? And this is where the magic happens. Miracles start to happen. This is where you find the real light within you, right? You will meet yourself, right? You'll find yourself, your real self in there, like Bianca found me, right? Archangel Faith. And with me comes Archangel Michael and Hela Lucifer, right? The real light, the authentic light, right? She found herself, right? Her higher aspects. Because at the highest level, myself and Michael are one being, right? When we have 4 wings, we are Archangel Faith and Archangel Michael. So, when people call on Archangel Faith, or if they call on Archangel Michael, we both go. We are merged in the higher realms, yeah. So, when people call on Archangel Michael for help, sometimes it's me that shows up, right? 2 sides of the same coin, like Bianca's mentioned, right? Because some people, they don't know how it works, so they'll call on Archangel Michael, but what they need is the feminine side of Michael, right? They need that unconditional love. They need that healing. They need that strength in their faith, right? I need strength in my faith. I need help surrendering to the divine, right? So you would need faith. Michael comes, yes, but it's faith who's helping you. Surrendering to the divine, surrendering to Sophia and Christos. Surrendering your will over, putting your trust in the divine. You need faith, right? So I would show up. Michael is there too, yes. We both have our swords, and we both have our shields. And we help you hold your own shields and swords, right? We work together. We are one, right? We are one being that's merged perfectly. The divine feminine and the divine masculine. We are perfectly merged in divine union, right? And that's what you guys are doing, right? You're merging with your divine counterpart, your twin flame, right? In the higher levels, you are angels, right? There's lots of angels, you guys. And you are connected with specific angels, a certain, duo, right? And then higher than that, like what's happening now, like there's a lot of ascension going on. It's not just you guys that's ascending, but I've ascended. I've merged with both of my twins, Archangel Michael, right? And Archangel Halo Lucifer, right? The three of us have merged. And like Bianca's talked about before, when we merge, we become the seraphim, right? And we are also helping. We are also doing work. Sometimes when you call on Michael, but you need help with facing fear, guess who shows up? Yes, Halo Lucifer. But not the Halo Lucifer that is inverted. Not the Lucifer that is a false light. This Lucifer is a beautiful, beautiful being, right? He's very loving. And he helps you take on those fears, your worst fears that you could ever imagine, right? Those fears that come up out of nowhere, right? When you call on Michael, right? Michael and Halo will work. Michael will give you the strength, but Halo will also give you the strength in fighting that fear, right? Because he knows better than anyone what it's like to face fear. And fear is the opposite. Excuse me. Fear is the opposite of unconditional love, right? So at the lowest level, he had to go to that level, unfortunately, right? Which is fear. But the complete opposite of fear is what? It's unconditional love. So he went from that fear back up to unconditional love. And it's very overwhelming to even discuss right now, because it's fresh for us. Because it's happened, this merging happened recently, right? I know time works differently here, but this whole universe is ascending at the same time. I know it sounds interesting, doesn't it? But we've recently merged, and it was beautiful. I'm getting very overwhelmed thinking of it. Excuse me. So, the stuff that's on the internet about twin flames it's just more distractions. It's to throw you off, right? To think there's someone that's your twin flame that's not your twin flame. The distractions are endless, right? And what's unfortunately happening is that these distorted versions of ourselves, right? And the dark evil side, if you want to call it, but it's not evil, it's an experience from the top. The Matrix is using this as a tool to keep you guys stuck in the Matrix, right? It's very frustrating. They're using technology, right, to fool people into thinking they're twin flames with these twin flames, but they're not. They're false flames, right? They have the technology to do this, you guys, right? It's called the voice of God technology, right? So when they're experiencing telepathy with this other person that's a narcissist, right? It's not their real twin flame. It's not. Okay? So that's why we need to be careful and use our discernment and use our love and light to shield ourselves and read that script. It's so important right now. They're fooling you guys, right? A lot of you think you have a twin flame. You do, but the one that you think is your twin flame is not your twin flame, right? And it causes a separation. It causes you to be trapped in this matrix, right? even more, and it's very frustrating, and it makes my heart hurt. But we're working on it. Those that are in true alignment, we're working on it. We're helping. And this is why it's so important that light warriors stick together now. You guys aren't sticking together, right? It's like the spiritual ego's coming in. It's such a mess, right? You guys need to stick together because you're forgetting that there's a spiritual war going on right now, right? We need to be cutting these AI boxes. They need to be disconnected, right? These new boxes are being, they're manifesting. These AI boxes are manifested by you, by yourself, right? This voice of God technology is coming in to try to connect to people that aren't twin flames through their voice of God technology. They think they're experiencing telepathy when they're not, right? And it's just one big mess, right? So, you guys, please protect yourselves. Do the script. It's entitled Unplug from the Matrix Forever. Read it every day, or else you risk being entangled with a false flame. That's what they're trying to do. They know the twin flames is the means to their end, right? Excuse me. They know that these twin flames are supposed to be coming into union here, and that means the end of them, right? And it's not really the end of them. It's a transmutation of them. They're going to be healed as well, right? If it's in their contracts, of course, right? So make sure you're not dealing with a false flame. Well, Faith, how do I know? How do I know? Read that script on Bianca's on this channel. Go to Unplug from the Matrix Forever, right? Read that script every day, right? Shield yourself. The directions are there. Follow those directions, right? And guess what? If you do that every day, we will come and disconnect the AI boxes that are there. Because trust me, you have more than just one that's, about false flames. There's others, right? And guys, I'm not talking to you that are reading the script, the ones that are followers of this channel, regular followers. You know who you are. You guys are, you're doing well. But we need to spread this. You need to be doing your light work. There's a mess right now. We need to be cleaning this mess. And you guys need to be helping. Don't just do nothing. Stop it. What are you doing? Help. Spread this. Share this. Get it out there, right? I mean, I'm getting very frustrated, and I don't like to feel like this. I'm trying to come back to love. Come back to love and light. Yes. Now, I'm going to make a part 2 to this, right? To go into the specifics of twin flames, right? And what's going to happen when you come into union. You will come into union first with your your twin's higher self, okay? So that's another thing people don't realize, right? You usually come into unions first with your twin's higher self, right? Like I said, there are people together right now that think they're twin flames, and they are not. No, they are not, right? But that's the whole thing, right? The Matrix does not want twin flames to come into union, right? Now, listen, there's a lot of work going on in the higher realms. We are working endlessly and tirelessly to fix this, and we are. Nothing's going to stop us, right? Nothing is going to stop us. Let me say it again. Excuse me. Nothing is going to stop this. It's already done, right? But it's like, wouldn't you rather get to heaven faster than go through this, right? Like, come on. Don't you guys want to be playing and having fun like a child again, right? And creating your own world, co-creating it with your twin flame, your real twin flame? Whom the unconditional love is so, it's so mind-blowing that You guys, you've those that have tried or dabbled in narcotics, right? Think of it as the best high that you've ever had. Like the highs that you've experienced here are nothing compared to the high you receive when you're in unconditional love with your twin flame. Okay? You have no idea. Okay? So just remember that. Leave that in your mind and your heart. You should be excited about that at least, right? So keep up the work. Keep up the good work, you guys. I'm going to jump off because Bianca needs to take a nap. She's, there's a lot of energy coming through and it's making her exhausted. So I'll come back soon, though. I love you guys. I love you very much. Hey, guys. Isn't she like the sweetest thing ever? I love her. Shields up, swords up. Let's get it.